Alright guys, so promised to show you the trees. Here they are. They are the Royal Anne semi-dwarf cherry trees. Full sun. Zones 5 to 8, so we're good. Water regularly until established. Apply a complete fertilizer formulated for fruit-bearing varieties. This heirloom variety bears large yellow fruits with a red blush. The fruit is firm, juicy, and sweet and lends itself to well and fresh eating as well as canning or freezing. Use Van or Black Tartarian as a pollinizer. Ripens early to mid-June. So, I'm definitely going to get the Black Tartarians. I'm actually thinking about doing... I don't know, I kind of want to get all of the Royal Anne cherry trees. I feel like I would need more than 2 of the Black Tartarians, though. So if I... Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know much about the Van cherries. See, there's the elderberry bush. Looking really good. And our lilac bushes are doing amazing. Look at that. We have some nice little buds on that one. Show you guys the lilac bush. I can't wait to look at those lilac buds. Really praying that we don't get a really nasty freeze, because that's gonna mean like a lot of lilacs, and I'm really happy with that. Definitely really happy with that. So the orchard is gonna be out here, out this way. My red raspberry bush hasn't perked back up. I have another one in the middle of the yard that I found. See, there's the big lilac bush. Really hoping and praying that we don't get a hard freeze. I want my lilac jelly again. I'm gonna have to stock up on my jelly making supplies. I gotta get something out of the trailer. The trailer's kind of a mess, but... So, our orchard's gonna be out here. On this side. Going that way. From, like, that way. The tree orchard. Yeah, I gotta get something out of the trailer. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this for a minute. I decided to turn it back on. The trailer is gonna need... I might just take some roofing sheet metal and just put a piece across the top of it, the entire top. So I don't know if I'm going to have the money to pool together the materials to pull everything off and completely redo the roof. But it definitely does need to be fixed because it's leaking up here, right over in there, and it's leaking above the door, which you really can't see, but I noticed it like down in this area. The mud is from us going in and out a few times, but it's not leaking over here as far as I know, not in this corner. I didn't see anything anyway. I mean, we've still got stuff in here. Again, I kind of miss being out here. You know, because it's our own place kind of thing, you know. But we couldn't bring the cats out here. Because they would guaranteed they would get out. So we can't do it. I can see Scott was out here. Because he never fixes that drawer. Got it. See, we still have gloves and stuff in here. I still have a lot of kitchen utensils and stuff in here. Turners, whisks. Just a lot of things, you know, and again, I do miss being out here. I think, in all honesty, what I might do is I might come out here and clean up. Sorry, guys. Clean up the area. You guys really can't see anything. Hey, I'm so sorry, you guys. Yeah, clean up the area and kind of use it as my I might use it as my according to the movie, war room. It's my prayer area. My Bible study and prayer area. It is very peaceful out here. But anyway, we can't use the oven, the stove that's in here, because I don't, you know, the propane lines, I wouldn't trust it. We have the camp stove. That'll come in handy out there. We're definitely looking into getting the new trailer. That is for sure. What I want to do is I want to start pulling out money every week and setting it aside till we have about $4,500 maybe. $5,000, I don't know. I'd kind of like to go through Camping World, but I don't know if I can get my credit fixed before that. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get some more floodlights. Yeah, this area's a mess back here because we've had to go through things kind of quickly and bring things in, and I mean, I am glad that we didn't stay out here over the winter. You see, here's these floodlights right here. This is what they look like. Yeah, that's what they look like. And I have 4 of them. So I think I'm definitely going to order some more. These were like $55. I'm definitely ordering more. Because we need a ton of floodlights. But I'm also going to have to try to order some of the bigger ones. Where you can actually put a pole in the ground. I'm trying to figure out what the other ones are. Oh, there they are. That's the other set. So I have 4 of them. Because there's 2 in each box. But yeah, I'm going to have to get several. More than just several. That has the pole that you can stick in the ground. And what I'm going to do, we'll dig the post hole for it. And we will I'll cement the pole into the ground. So. Yeah, I do kind of miss it out here. think I'm going to start getting out here and trying to clean up the trailer, you know, and make it to where, you know, it's a spot that we can still come out and use, you know. I mean, why not, right? I mean, it's ours. And I do want to give it to Andrew. I'm going to be working on us getting another trailer. I'm hoping. I mean, it's not like we don't have a place to stay when Andrew does come up here. So I can let him have the trailer. That's the other reason I want to get it cleaned up, is for him. I came out to grab my skinny greens. But I want to get it cleaned up for him, basically. So he has a place to stay. Does this actually work? It does. Oh my gosh. I didn't think that worked. Learn something new every day. Look at there. It shuts like it's supposed to. Imagine that. See, there's the water tank. I want to actually get a few bigger than that to put out here at our new trailer when we get it. Yeah, see, this is the other garden spot. And I'm having to pull cardboard out of here right now to put out there in the garden beds that I'm cleaning up. Got to get out here this week. I'm going to have to see if I can get Jessica and her son out here. They've offered to help. That is the plum tree, you guys. Look how big that has gotten. Oh my goodness. I've got to get... I want to get another Stanley plum, but I also need to get another one of the other plum trees. And I think what I might do is I might put... I'm just going to do food forest out here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put one of the other plum trees, like the Santa Rosa, and there's the Santa Rosa plum and the Methley plum. Now the Methley plum looks a lot like the Stanley plum. So I think what I'm going to do is I might plant one of the Methley plums right here in this area. It's about the right distance. So we go to the top of this little hill right here, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, now it's about 14. It's about 14 feet away. I mean, it should be okay. I don't really want to do it like right there because of that hole. Yeah. I could go... Nope, the pear tree's right there. I can't do it right there. So I'd have to do it like right in here. I mean, I could go like right here. I gotta call Anita back. Let's see. That was 14. So I'll go back this way. 15, 16, 17. Yeah. Because it's anywhere between 15 to 20 feet. See, that tree leans. Oh. But yeah, I could plant like one of the other plum trees like right here. And then the other one I could plant over there. I don't know what that is. I don't know what kind of tree that is. I wanted the other plum tree over here, like the other Stanley plum tree, but I don't know what that thing is. I think I'm still going to plant the other plum tree right here, right in there, because I know that's the right distance because I've walked it out before. So there's a mulberry tree, and I'm going to check with Elaine on what she thinks we would have to do with that tree to get it to where it's bearing fruit again. Put the other Stanley plum right here, either the Methley or the Santa Rosa plum right there. That's our compost pile. I mean, I'll end up having to get, obviously, more than. So I have to get one each of the other ones for now. And then for the orchard, 10. And there's only 3 different ones. So I'll have to go with 4 of one and 3 of each one of the other ones. Anyway, that's kind of beside the point. Sorry. But yeah, this area from here back this way, I'm just going to make into food forest. Like literally. Fruit tree, fruit bush. With the exception of this, because this is obviously the chicken yard, which we have to clean up, obviously. Going to try to get to that this week as well. Because we need to be able to get our... Yeah, see, this is the Bartlett pear tree. See, that's almost in not the right spot. That's almost too close. But I think it'll be okay. I know the peach tree is fine. But that'll be fine. This area, the old side yard garden... Probably food forest, in all honesty. Fruit trees, fruit bushes. No. I can plant more out here, obviously. Everywhere has to be cleaned up on this property. Everywhere. It is a mess. I will give you that. Everywhere's a freaking mess. But obviously, the peach tree is doing great. I do want to get the Red Haven. I would love to get a Red Haven peach tree and put it... probably out in here. So it's kind of in between all of them. Or I could go, kind of put a Red Haven over in here, in this area. See, the Eyre pear tree is over there. I could also probably put a contender over here as well. Over here. So a Red Haven, a contender out of the Alberta. And then, of course, once again, the orchard. And I think there's 4 or 5 different peach trees. Which means I'll just get 2 of each one of them. The apricot trees, there's only 1. So I'm going to be really busy over the next couple of months, really digging into the money and trying to get all the fruit trees. Aaron's going to hate me. I'm going to talk to Jessica and see if we can get together on one of my days off, save up money, as much money as I possibly can, and go to Family Farm and get as many trees as will fit in her van. Maybe I can also try to make it to where it's on a day that Aaron has off, and I can even buy a few more and put them in his car. So, I know Aaron's not going to like me either, but I'm sorry, Aaron. Now, the 2 cherry trees, those are definitely going out in the orchard. I really want to get the other 4 of those trees because I love those cherries. And, having that many, we could definitely share with everyone. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what I want to be able to do, is share with everybody. So, I've got to get my strawberry plants. We have so much to be able to get, and I'm going to have to kick it into gear with the homestead and start getting some money made off from it. So, see, there's the nectarine trees too, and those only have one. They only have one of those, and I want to get another one of those and put it out here in the yard. I would love 2 apricot trees out here in the yard. Okay. So we do the other peach trees out there. I'll get another Bartlett pear tree as well and probably put it, I don't know, maybe over there. I'll make sure they're spread out far enough. Another nectarine tree, kind of probably middle of the yard, maybe. I don't want it to compete with. There's an apple tree over there. I'm thinking maybe. I think I'll walk it out and see if I can put it in between these. And then find. I don't know if I have the room to put the apricot trees out here in the yard. I might be able to put one in the center of the yard. I wouldn't mind another apple tree like out there. I don't want it near that area. That one's, I'm praying that it doesn't get contaminated because of Tim. Because Tim's an idiot. I mean, I might have room to put a couple apricot trees out here. I could probably put the peach trees out there and probably do the apricot trees. Probably one over there. As long as it was far enough away from the Bartlett pear tree, and then maybe one over in here somewhere, I don't know. Maybe like in this area specifically. It looks like it would be far enough away. And then we'd have 2 apricot trees out here. I mean, see, that means I'd have to buy 12 of them. I feel like I'm digging my own hole here. I'm obviously not going to be able to get them all at once. We did finally get the last W-2 form that we're waiting for. So we're going to have to set it up and get our taxes done. Once we do get the money back, I'm going to be buying probably half of our trees and our bushes with it. I'm going to have to spend out some money here soon to get my strawberry plants. I need 50 for these beds. And I'm going to have to get my tools this week so I can come out here and get all this stuff cleared out. Honestly, I think I might make that right there a strawberry bed. Maybe even that one. I don't know. But yeah, this area is basically going to be food forest, raised beds, food forest, that kind of thing. Like I said, the orchard's going to be out there. And then there's the homestead. So, and I haven't gotten anything else done. It's been between my job and the weather, in all honesty. I mean, it hasn't been great. And the rhubarb is starting to come up, you guys. Look at this. So I'm going to have to get my garden tools and get out here and get this cleaned up. Because I want this to be able to grow. And then there is the other little piece. And it's in amongst all this grass and stuff. I think I might just have to take cardboard and mulch this whole area. I think that's what I'm going to have to do, is I'm going to have to take cardboard and just mulch it. Clean out what I can. Excuse me. But anyway, this video is a little bit longer than I planned on making it. And the garage, we're going to get that cleaned up, which is another chore in and of itself, thanks to Tim. But we're going to get that cleaned up, and this is where I'm going to put the rabbit hutch and the quail coop. I know, it's a mess. And I think there was somebody out here, because that was not like that. This is why I don't trust putting anything out here at all. But yeah, this area is going to be, has a lot more room. And this will work well for the rabbit hutch and the quail coop. So, again, we just got to get it cleaned up like everywhere else around here. But wanted to show you guys the trees. Very happy about that. That area out there, I'm probably just going to turn into raised bed garden. Because I just don't know if trees are going to make it out there. I might buy 2 extra and put them out here and just see. I don't know. But we're also going to be getting some pine trees and putting them along the edge of the property around. Aaron doesn't want the white pine trees. I want the white pine trees because they're medicinal. Aaron wants the blue spruce, which gets really tall. Which, okay, fine. So we're going to compromise, and I'm going to make sure that he can have his blue spruce, and I'll get some of my white pine trees. So they're only $10 at Family Dollar, Family Farm and Home. So, anyway. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys the trees, and really excited about, the fruit trees that they've got at Family Farm this year. That is the raspberry bush that I planted out here. And obviously I've got to clean out from around it. Yeah. We've got to clean out there. We've got to clean out there because of the orchard. I've got to clean out from around my elderberry bush, which is starting to grow, by the way. Which I'm happy about. Happy that we're starting to get some fruit off from our labors. Yeah, see? Starting to look pretty good. I've just got to get this mess cleaned out. I don't want to do it too early because I want to keep the roots and stuff protected from the weather, but anyway, so near future food forest out here, guys. Obviously the homestead back behind the barn, orchard out there behind the trailer. So God willing, I'm just gonna keep plugging at it, keep plugging away at it, and keep getting the trees. I don't know how much longer Scott's gonna keep the job at Meijer, but if he doesn't, then I'll just, I'll have to settle. I don't know, maybe Chloe can help me out every week. Or every other week. I am gonna pool in and, really start trying to get some, money coming in off from the homestead. Because, that for us, that's what it's all about. It's not what it's all about. That's one of the things that we're aiming for, is being able to live off our homestead. Make our living off our homestead. So, chickens are definitely going to be one thing I've got to do. I've got to get ready for. I've got to clean out the tote that I have in the living room. It's been throwing crap in there. And there's so much that needs to be done. I think I've just gotten really overwhelmed and kind of bowled over by everything that needs to be done. So, I'm going to have to write out a list. As you can see, my little celery's growing, which is nice. None of this stuff has come up, but it's a little too early. Yeah, I think I've gotten a little overwhelmed. I'm just going to have to make a list and just start from the top and working my way down. And get as much help as possible, because I've had people offer to help, and I need to start just getting people to help, because we can't do this by ourselves. There's just too much. Because we need about 4 people out in one area, another 4 people out in another area, another 4 people out in the yard. And, a lot of it does have to be cleaned out by hand. I would say, yeah, okay, let's get a brush hog out here and get it knocked down. Which I could do. Then you've got all that crap coming back. But we might not have a choice. We might not have a choice. So, I'll let you guys know if that's what we end up having to do, but because I don't know if we're going to have time to get out there and just do the whole thing. That will free us up to, do certain spots by hand. But, anyway, like I said, I just wanted to show you the new fruit trees, the Royal Anne cherry trees, which are, again, basically the Rainier cherries, and they look so amazing. Look at those beautiful cherries. Royal Anne semi-dwarf. Which means doesn't say how tall they get. About 15 feet. They need about 15 feet to spread out away from another tree and 15 feet up. That's good to know. So if I stick with the semi-dwarf trees, I can go 15, which will make it to where I can fit the trees in. So that's a good thing. All right, I'm going to get off from here because this video is way longer than I wanted it to be. So I will get off from here. I'll get this uploaded. I will see you guys on the next video, which I'll probably do more videos while this one's uploading. So I will see you guys in a bit. Take care, guys. Do your research. Check your subscriptions. Make sure you click on that notification bell. Click on all to make sure you get all the notifications. And like and share the videos. Share them on all your platforms with friends, family, other homesteaders, people wanting to get into homesteading. And again, do your research. It's important. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.